So Dan and I were talking, we were thinking it'd be a really good idea to actually share with you some ideas to use, because I remember when we first started years ago, but we were like, what do we talk about? What do we do? So find out lots of estate agents create content for their agencies. Okay, after all, making sure that local sellers actually understand the process of estate agency and the property is like really useful. Okay, now if you think about this, if a seller didn't understand how important evaluation is, they wouldn't even book evaluation, would they? And if they didn't understand the importance of a estate agent for selling their property, why would they even look for one? Okay, so these two ideas are commonplace in the UK. To sell your house, you find a good estate agent, or no, actually you find a few estate agents, and then you book some valuations with them. You don't actually have to convince anybody of that anymore. It's common knowledge. But what you do have to convince local sellers about is why. Why do they choose you? Yeah, what reason? They've got so many to choose from now. We always say that, yeah, because it's true. Yeah, I know myself because I've had to choose a few agents myself more than once recently. Okay, so in other words, your content must showcase how you are different from other estate agents and the fact that you, in fact, do know how to get your sellers great results. Okay, that is key. Yeah, if you can show your ideal customers that you are professional, that you know what you're doing when it comes to selling their house, show that you're also human and friendly. And one of the best ways you can actually show people your value and bring them to choose you is actually by letting them be a fly on the wall, so to speak, while you show them how you get your customers results. Okay, you don't have to show anybody's names or anything. No, if you actually pride yourself in doing the best possible viewings and negotiations, showcase this process to your ideal customers. By doing that, you're going to remove any uncertainty that your ideal customer may have about your services and your skills. Okay, don't be mistaken. Yeah, estate agency is a skill-based industry where your actions can sell properties for thousands of pounds above what they could do otherwise. Because I know from experience, not all estate agents are the same. Okay, even if they think they are. Now, if you found that lots of local sellers like to do the maths, then you can actually show them that you're the best option in the same way. You can teach them how to understand the local property market and definitely not to rely upon the Zoopla estimates. Yeah, you know how precise Zoopla estimates actually are. Not, gosh, if I had believed my Zoopla estimates last year, I'd be millions of pounds richer. Anyway, and speaking of the local property market thing, Joanna, one of the best things you can do is teach local sellers about the local property market. There's plenty you can definitely do here. You know these things. They don't. They're not interested until they become interested. It's not their everyday thing, yeah? So the first thing you can do, you can teach people what's actually happening in the UK market as a whole, what's happening in general, okay? We talk about property, obviously. 2, you can actually teach people how that's affecting your local area for prices. You can go over the houses that are currently selling, the ones that are not selling. You could tell them the reasons why this is happening. You could bring up to speed like the reasons why certain houses are being reduced and the reasons why they're being reduced, and you know why they're being reduced. What types of houses perhaps are falling through? What could be the reason they're falling through? What can you put in place so they don't fall through? Because you know there are definitely processes that you can put in place so that houses don't fall through. These 2 subjects can be redone on a monthly basis as well to keep things fresh, because you're always going to have new viewers. And even if people say it more than once, it'll just actually help them to understand your process and how it all works. So don't be scared of playing it more than once, yeah? Next, number 3 is you can teach people how to understand their own local property market. And by that, I mean how many similar properties are actually currently for sale, what the prices are, how long they've been in the market for, and when they've been reduced, if they have been, and what that actually means for them if they want to sell right now. And I think it's really good to know how long a particular type of property is on the market for in a certain market, and the reasons why people are actually buying right now. What types are they buying? I mean, a lot of people are saying to me at the moment that there's a lot of demand for small houses and flats right now, whereas like a year ago, nobody wanted a flat at all. They're all trying to get rid of them. But everyone's trying to downsize to cut costs right now, yeah? Now, there are There's a ton of property data tools available. Rightmove has its own data section for the UK in different areas, whilst companies like Dataloft and 20EA can give you up-to-date information for your area for a very low fee, and they all have good data. Yeah, they could even give you updating widgets for your website, which is brilliant, but that's for another time. Okay, let's keep this simple for a minute. The point is, the information you need is available right now. You're so lucky in this day and age. And as an estate agent, if you can use this to keep your audience up to date with the local property market, this is a fantastic way of gaining momentum and showing them that you know your stuff. Especially right now, yeah? People are scared, yeah? Another thing you want to do is like teach people kind of the vocabulary, can't even say that word, sorry guys, of estate agency. Like sellers often have no idea what estate agents are actually talking about when they're discussing selling the house with them. And the same goes with things like with working with conveyancers and mortgage brokers and so on. They might nod and pretend they're understanding, but a lot of people just don't like to say, they do it just to save face, They haven't got a clue what you're going on about. So be kind, teach them the vocabulary that they've never been taught. Why would they know it? Why should they know it? They'll be thankful for it as well. And they'll trust you for that additional reason, yeah? Now, these are some excellent examples of educational content, and these are perfect for growing a warm audience and showing sellers just how much you know about what it is you do, which gives people confidence in you and they trust you because of it, yeah? After this, you can also create entertaining content such as behind-the-scenes videos, and you can create blooper videos for those times you get a flubbed videos, and I should actually make more of those. I get a lot where the cat comes in or the dog. And many times, because of my crooked teeth, I don't pronounce my words correctly. Also, being Salonian, Cornish, we grew up to talk really fast and not very clearly. And I've been told many times that I should slow down and enunciate. Yeah, it's a habit. Anyway, you can record collaboration videos with other estate agency professionals. You've got any friends, mentors, fellow membership agents or other estate agents that you can discuss estate agency with? These are really, really popular right now. Now, you can even show people what a day in the life of an estate agent is, so that they understand just how grueling and difficult it actually is being an estate agent, and actually how human you are and how much work you do. Yeah, because most people think that you just sit around all day with your feet up on your desk, smoking cigars and drinking champagne and counting the cash, whereas we know that's not true. Maybe one or two of them do, but the majority of you guys are just working really hard and long hours. Now, some other great videos you can actually create are customer success stories. These are awesome. Now, if you managed to get a great result, every time you get a great result for one of your sellers, you should let the local sellers know exactly what it is you do by showcasing what it is you did, okay? You can share a story of what you've done, even in an anonymous way, yeah? You can ask your customer if it's okay to share the story, if you've done a great job for them, which I'm sure you're going to every time. It's, if you've done a great job, they're not going to say no. It's so unlikely. I've not ever come across anybody yet saying no. Now, listen, I'm shy of asking too. That's why I don't have many testimonials or Google reviews, because I still find it really hard. So I understand this. But when people are happy, you find as soon as you ask them, they go, yeah, of course. It's pretty funny. I still find it difficult saying, I understand where you're coming from if you're not sure. But honestly, go and ask at least one person, you'll be really shocked. I've got to build that muscle too, yeah. Okay, so the best time to ask any customer, though, is at their happiest moment of actually working with you. That's the trick, yeah? And often that's actually going to be when the house gets sold subject to contract, or when they're just handing over the keys, or they've just got the money in their bank account. Now, some agents, they get their photographs of the happy customers, and they're usually outside the house or handing over the keys or something like that, yeah? And they pop them on the Facebook ads. They are so strong. So if you're brave enough to do this is what I'm going to suggest you do, because they work so well. They're amazing. Okay, so just ask, okay? You've got nothing to lose by asking. I mean, just ask in a really nice way. Would you mind, would it be okay? Just, I don't have to tell you how to ask. Anyway, that's my list of suggestions for content you can create alongside the 15 pieces of content exercise we've already gone through together. That's for power content. That's really essential. You do that no matter what, okay? Now, if you follow these suggestions, I want you to record a bunch of videos. Don't worry about it. Done is better than perfect, okay? Just follow these suggestions, yeah? And then what you want to do is you want to implement the strategies shown in the training platform to get these out there, okay? Now, if you do get stuck for more ideas, there are 2 ways you can actually work out more video subjects. The first one is to actually do some market research for local sellers as you speak to them. What problems are they running into? You know, if you can find out, well, if there's a specific problem that people keep coming up against in your area, make content on that, especially if you can solve that issue. But even if you're not quite sure how to solve it yet, even just making sure that people are aware that this is what's happening, shows that you're aware of what's happening and that you're working on it. So don't be scared to make videos of what's happening, what problems people have got. And the other thing, other idea is to actually discuss ideas with other fellow estate agents. Ask your mentors and other estate agency owners that share your knowledge, and you can improve your results that way. Okay, that's all for this video. I think that's enough. So I'm going to see you in the next one. Cheers.